Starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekends. I'm Lily Zoller. Healthcare workers in Anago have been trying to resolve issues within the Aspirus Landglade Hospital, which they say stem from understaffing of the facility. While some have said this is a problem brought on by the pandemic, current and former employees say it was a prior issue further exposed over the past 2 years. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski talked to those workers and explains what they have to say.
Current and former nurses from Aspirus Landglade Hospital are fed up from what they say is a consistent problem stemming from understaffing of the facility.
If you don't do something to retain your nurses that you have, you're going to lose them.
Barb Parmasol says the ongoing issue caused her to retire last year.
After over 33 years of service, I felt emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically exhausted.
Nurses have left in higher than usual numbers, stretching the ones who have stayed too thin to adequately do their job. It's those and other reasons why Barb and mother of three Danielle Majewski are speaking out.
I feel like if they don't listen this time, people are going to continue to leave. People aren't going to stay. And then what will you do in a small town community like this with a hospital like this? What are you going to do?
She says while patients are still being treated well, the situation is taking a toll on staff who have been moved around to other departments to mitigate the shortage of staff.
To have to go there and not do my primary job, and then you're given assignments that you feel like, I don't want to jeopardize my license because they don't staff us the way that we should be staffed.
Many with views from outside the system will say the problem was likely caused by COVID-19 due to extreme amounts of patients in hospitals nationwide. They say, however,
the pandemic is not the reason that we're in this crisis.
Jamie Lucas represents the Wisconsin Federation of Nurses and Health Professionals.
The system has kind of gotten by on the exploitation of goodwill of people who care about their patients and have taken on more responsibility and done more with less.
Newswatch 12 reached out to Aspirus for comment, receiving a statement which reads, quote, Aspirus values the contributions of all team members, and we have enjoyed positive relationships with our union partners. Our consistent practice is to keep ongoing union discussions and negotiations at the bargaining table, and we expect the current discussion to conclude with a mutually agreeable arrangement, just like we have achieved in all prior negotiations. Executive Director Lucas says statements by the healthcare company mean one thing, but it's actions which will decide whether or not more workers will leave.
Prevailing ideology is that it's better to have one too few nurse on staff so that it's more economically efficient for the hospital than to have one too many nurse on staff to be there in case a patient needs them. I hope Aspirus sees that the right choice is to invest in their frontline staff.
At this time, negotiations between the union and Aspirus are ongoing. Reporting from Anago, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
In other healthcare news, Marshfield Clinic has finalized an agreement with Michigan's Upper Peninsula to expand into that area. The Marshfield Clinic system announced a few days ago they will now have an affiliation agreement with Dickinson County Healthcare. The two providers first announced the tentative deal back in October and then established the agreement last month. The Northern Wisconsin healthcare provider will begin to incorporate care and an operational support system into all Dickinson hospital and clinic locations. The construction of a new state-of-the-art cancer center is another primary focus of the partnership. As the incorporation process is completed, the hospital and clinic's names and branding will be announced in the coming months. That is expected to take some time, though, according to the announcement. Well, also in Wisconsin, sheriff's deputies rescued a man after his pickup crashed through the ice on Lake Winnebago. The Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Department said in the news release that the man was traveling east on the lake on Saturday afternoon when he hit an area of weak ice. The 51-year-old man threw his phone out of the truck and climbed out onto the ice as his vehicle sank. He then called 911 and took shelter from the wind behind an ice shanty until the sheriff's deputies arrived. Paramedics evaluated him, but other than being extremely cold, he didn't report any injuries and was released on the scene. He has 30 days to remove his truck from the lake. And something similar happened on Lake Erie as 18 people had to be rescued from an ice floe that drifted away today. The group has been snowmobiling near Catawba Island when the ice sheet cracked and began drifting from the shore. A Good Samaritan with an boat managed to rescue 7 of them, and then the Coast Guard was able to save the 11 who remained stuck on the ice floe by using a helicopter and one of their airboats. Fortunately, no one needed medical attention. The National Weather Service in Cleveland has been warning people to stay off the ice on Lake Erie because this was a possibility. Okay, well, speaking of ice and warmer temperatures, Jeff, it felt a bit warmer outside today.
Yeah, we melted some snow across central Wisconsin today with highs back in the low to mid 30s, but most of us hung out in the 20s today. Tomorrow, same story, followed by some 30s back in the forecast for Tuesday into Wednesday. Right now, though, we're at 12 in Rhinelander, 13 for Leona, 19 for Point, so it's comfortably cool outside currently. The average low is around 3. Most of us will do that tonight. All right, lots of clouds out there now. Some snow early, about 1.5 inches of snow here in Rhinelander, but that's pushing off to our east. We'll keep the clouds around tonight, but then our next system gets in here tomorrow. It doesn't look like much, I know, but that's just the start of a pattern change here. So just some flurries tomorrow, followed by System 2 and System 3, bringing us some more snow, most likely Wednesday night, Thursday into Friday. Our forecast tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, a couple of flurries out there, with low temperatures down near 3. Your full forecast is coming up, Lily.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, the family of a young black man killed by Minnesota police is demanding answers. They want to know how 22-year-old Amir ended up dead during the execution of a search warrant on Wednesday. The city's interim police chief, who said Locke was not named in the warrant, has been facing some tough questions from community leaders. Caroline Cummings has the details.
And the city of Minneapolis needs to wake up and come to realization that we are in trauma.
Pain is palpable among Minneapolis residents outraged over the police killing of Amir Locke, demanding answers about how it could have happened that Locke lost his life during the execution of a search warrant he wasn't even on.
How did 9 seconds of an arrest warrant or a search warrant end up with a man's life?
For members of the community group, the Unity Community Mediation Team that's tried to partner with the Minneapolis Police Department for 2 decades, this news feels all too familiar.
As a young black man myself, I couldn't sleep last night because I seen my nephew, I seen myself when I was younger, and I seen my young son as he get older. And I asked myself, is this the reality that they gonna have to live?
Locke's family says he lawfully owned a gun with a permit to carry.
Amir was a gun-carrying, licensed individual. NRA should be excited about that.
And gun rights advocates say this raises alarm since last year was a record year for gun ownership.
So now every day we're entering into a situation where law enforcement officers may encounter somebody who is lawfully armed inside their home. The use of no-knock warrants is counteractive to that right to self-defense.
His family says Locke had no criminal record in the state. They are currently being represented, by civil rights attorney Ben Crump. And in other gun news, attorneys general from 13 states are backing the Mexican government's lawsuit against a group of U.S. gun makers. The lawsuit accuses gun manufacturers, including Smith & Wesson, Colt, and Glock, of being responsible for crimes committed with their weapons in Mexico. The suit alleges gun makers of marketing and distributing guns in ways that arm Mexican drug cartels. The lawsuit claims the companies are aware of this but have done nothing about it. The Democratic Attorneys General of California, Minnesota, New York, and a number of other states have recently filed briefs in support of the lawsuit. Glock has responded, saying it would vigorously defend itself. Other gun manufacturers did not reply to a request for a response. Well, coming up after the break, a look at your upcoming forecast and how mushers in Land O'Lakes spent their day in today's snow. That's coming up in just a few moments.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA. What do teachers do? They make reading fun. They put science in your hands. They bring history to life. They show math has real application. Teachers do so much more than teach. They encourage, listen, inspire, and so much more, giving kids a safe space to challenge themselves and help them grow.
Teachers are truly unsung heroes, building up the next generation of leaders. We should celebrate them. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jeff Weller with Newswatch 12. We are excited to announce it's time to nominate teachers for the Golden Apple Awards, proudly presented by the Rhinelander Partners in Education.
You can nominate those teachers by going to RhinelanderPie.com. Nominations are due by February 28th.
So let's celebrate teachers who recognize all of what they do.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck.
All right, with today's snow, we're now at 56.3 inches of snow so far this snow season. Through this time last snow season, only 40.5. The big year, though, 2 years ago, 66.5. That was the year we did 112 for total. We'll see. There is some more snow now in the 7-day forecast. Outside now, though, the snow we had earlier is departing to the east. See you later. Behind it, though, there are still a couple flurries up in here, but most likely just some dense cloud cover tonight. Our next chance for snow actually arrives tomorrow with some flurries from this little system right there. It's not much, I know, but look what's happening here. The pattern is changing. There's more. So here's system 1, here's system 2, here's system 3. They're all kind of lining up now, giving us a chance for some good snow every couple to few days around here. So system 1 is out of here now. See, out of here. High pressure builds in for us for tonight. That's going to give us some really cold temperatures tonight down near 0. Once again, for one night only, and then several more of these are on the way. So there's that one, and that one, and that one. Each of them could bring us some snow and likely a couple inches of snow. The next one getting in here later on Wednesday into Thursday. Let's walk you through it. So here we are for tomorrow. Just some flurries across the area tomorrow. But our next snow, good snow that gets in here late Wednesday into Thursday, and then Thursday into Friday. This is the one late Thursday into Friday. What to really watch, that's going to have lots of moisture with it. That could give us a pretty good snowfall late Thursday night into early parts of Friday morning. And going forward, snowfall wise tonight, though, nothing, right? But by Thursday night, we're looking at 2, 3, 4 inches and more of this to come as we get into Friday morning. So travel plans late Thursday into Friday. Keep this in mind going forward. Let's look at the ice coverage on the Great Lakes right now. And like Lake Erie earlier, we had a store out there. There is lots of ice on Lake Erie, but it is not safe, right? About 44.4% ice cover now the Great Lakes are. That's a right about average this time of the year across the Great Lakes region because we've had temperatures like this. Right now we're at 12 in Rhinelander, 13 for Antigo, also for Leona, 16 Iron Mountain. We'll have lows tonight down near 0, and then tomorrow rebound nicely back up into basically near 20. But then look what happens Tuesday, 32 above freezing area wide, most likely on Wednesday before we fall right back down. But gone, though, are the single-digit high temperatures now for a while going forward. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, some freezing drizzle and some flurries out there. Can't be ruled out. Look for low temperatures down near 3. For tomorrow, it's Monday. Lots of clouds tomorrow. A couple flurries in there, too, with high temperatures reaching for 20, but probably stopping just short with a northwest breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows that light flurry action tomorrow. Tuesday, we're dry. Wednesday, a chance for snow again, 33. Thursday, same story. Another chance for snow getting in here on Friday with high temperatures near 27. Lily?
Thanks, Jeff. Well, folks in Land O'Lakes were out there making the most of this winter weather today at the 3 Bear Sled dog races. Newswatch 12's Mohammed Abdul Kawi has the story.
We went from one dog sled race to another, made contacts, got to know people where we could get dogs, got advice, and it really worked out great.
After 41 years of racing, one thing is for sure. The Three Bear Sled dog races is where dedicated individuals come to show off their dogs.
I've been racing for 2 years. I started when I was 71 years old, and I'm still in good health, so it's been an excellent experience, and it's enjoyable.
And it doesn't matter if you only have 2 dogs. They have multiple events.
The Three Bear Sled Dog races are a speed race composed of 2 dog, 4 dog, 6 dog, 8 dog.
The race is quite the tradition every winter.
This is about our 42nd year of doing it, and it's run on a weekend, usually the beginning of February.
All dogs are different in this race.
The dogs are German Shorthair Pointer mixes. They call them Eurohounds, and so they have a little Alaskan Husky in them. They have Greyhound in them, and stuff like that, and they're sprint dogs.
If you like winning things, this event will be fun for you.
First, second, third, fourth place get prize money.
While the dogs probably have the most fun, the crowd also seemed to enjoy it.
It's a great family event. You can bring your children. We have ice skating. There's lots of food. It's just a fun day for a family.
In Land O'Lakes, Muhammad Abdul Qawi, Newswatch 12.
Well, the Olympics have been taking place all day right here on Newswatch 12. But Griffin, people here in the Northwoods could have seen an Olympics event themselves in action.
That's right, Lily. If you were willing to drive across the border into Michigan, you could have seen quite the event. When we get back, I'll have highlights from the final day of the Ski Jumping Continental Cup coming up next in sports.
Supply chain backlogs, inflation, agitation.
Here's an idea. If we make things here in America, supply chain issues won't be a thing anymore. That's exactly how we built the Bucks Arena, by having 80% of the materials come from Wisconsin. We did the same by paying higher wages. That's how you know, as your senator, I'll get things done. Raising people's wages, make things in America finally stand up to China. I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message because it's time to put more money in the pockets of working people.
Grease and grime build up in no time. Stop struggling and call the police. The Grease Police, the magic degreaser that cleans almost anything. Grease Police works on nearly all stubborn messes, even ones baked on for years. The secret's the super concentrated formula that emulsifies grease, dirt, and grime on contact. Even restaurant equipment is no match for the power of Grease Police. And it's biodegradable, so you can clean your barbecue grill inside and out. But Grease Police cleans so much more. Everything from scummy tile and grout to brake dust on rims. Even dried-on spray paint comes right off. Call or click now to get a large bottle of concentrated Grease Police with money-back guarantee for just $14.99. Order now and you can double it and get a second bottle. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 large bottles of concentrated Grease Police with guarantee. Order now.
Call 1-800-569-4988 or visit getgreasepolice.com. So call 1-800-569-4988 now.
Have you written a book? You can become a published author with Dorrance Publishing, the nation's oldest publishing services company. Our professional team will edit your text, design your book pages, and create an appealing, eye-catching custom cover. Plus, our authors benefit from a custom book promotion marketing campaign that makes your book available where people buy books, like Amazon and brick-and-mortar bookstores. So make this free call right now to claim your free author's guide to publishing. Call right now.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroin starts now.
The Bucks are currently out west on a massive road trip. Last night they were able to beat up on the Portland Trailblazers, and tonight the LA Clippers were in their way. Giannis and company trying to start off this road trip 2-0, but the Clippers would get the first big play of the night. Marcus Morris Sr. getting the rebound here. Pump fake, Drew Holiday's caught slipping. That is a foul and the three-point play. That's not the way the Bucks wanted to start this game, but Drew Holiday would get his revenge, steals it from Morris. He's taking it down the court and lays it in for 2. Bucks are up 1. And then it's the Milwaukee Bucks doing it on the defensive end. Giannis, after the block, taking it coast to coast. I know Jeff loves when I say that one. Clippers would take the lead there, but the Bucks would go on to win this game 137-113. They'll take on LeBron and the Lakers on Tuesday. We are 1 week away from the Super Bowl. Remember, the game will be played right here on Newswatch 12, so don't miss it. But for Green Bay fans, I am sure you're still very disappointed with the Packers, especially their special teams unit. Mo Drayton was fired as special team coordinator earlier this week, and now there is hope that some major help could potentially be incoming. According to multiple outlets, head coach Matt LaFleur is in talks with former Las Vegas interim head coach Rich Bisaccia. Now, Bisaccia was the Raiders special teams coordinator from 2018 until being named the interim head coach to replace John Gruden. He has 20 years of experience coaching special teams in the NFL and has been an assistant head coach with 5 different teams. Bisaccia would come with a heavy price, though. Many believe it would take $2 million a year, which would make him the highest paid special teams coordinator in the National Football League. And the NFL's Pro Bowl took place today. Matt LaFleur's coaching staff was on the sidelines hoping to help the NFC win, but Mike Vrabel and the AFC would come away with the victory 41-35. LaFleur and his coaching staff were the only Packers on the field today in Las Vegas. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and Kenny Clark all received nominations to play, but chose not to. And I mean, hey, I get it. After a disappointing end to the season, they didn't want to play in this meaningless two-hand touch football game. Now, it was a very busy weekend in Iron Mountain, Michigan. They were hosting the Ski Jumping Continental Cup. This was the view from the top of the hill. My friend Joey Ellis climbed 500 steps to get to that point. Weather was calm to start. Then that thick snow patch kind of came in, making the day a little bit more difficult. Austria's Michael Heubach finished the event in 3rd overall, but maybe won the day with this jump. Beautiful flight, and then sticks the perfect landing, the longest jump of the afternoon at 133 meters, or around 436 feet. But it was an even better weekend for Slovenia's Duman Privic. He was your leader heading into the final day of competition, and he would land this jump at about 432 feet on his second attempt today to clinch his way into a first-place finish on the weekend. Not a bad outing for the Slovenian.
It was an amazing weekend, like Saturday competition, first one. It wasn't perfect, but I managed to get hang of it over a hill. Then in the afternoon on the second competition, I made 2 great jumps. And even today, the conditions were not so nice to us guys, but I managed to do 2 even better jumps than yesterday.
And the cherry on top for him, this was his first time in the United States. Lily, I don't want to say that I'm afraid of heights, but I would be terrified to be doing something like that.
Yeah, absolutely not. Just watching that is making me nervous. Meanwhile, tensions between Russia and Ukraine continue to rise, and coming up after the break, we'll break down all the latest on the threat of Russian invasion into Ukraine.
President's Day is the best time to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is having one of their biggest sales of the year.
Wow. Wow is right.
Deals up to 50% off throughout the store. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Hi, I'm Dane Hagen.
And I'm Jeff Weller.
And we're looking for teens with exemplary character who are role models in the community.
We'll be hosting the YMCA Teen Character Awards on April 24th. We need you to nominate a teen who demonstrates the wise core values of caring, honesty, responsibility, and respect.
Teachers, counselors, family, and friends are all encouraged to nominate deserving teens using the online nomination form on ymcathenorthwoods.org. This is an excellent opportunity for you and the community to recognize teens with character.
Hi, I'm Brian from Creative Granite. When I need the forecast from Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com for my hometown forecast.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. So, which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University.
I have 2 small children, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, so the online format and the flexibility was a must.
I could work at my own pace, and I was still able to take care of my kids while going to school.
We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team.
I have had such personalized attention, and it's an online degree.
If I had a question on the coursework, I always got my answer within an hour or 2.
I will never be able to express what I owe this institution.
Independence University, online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-879-1493. 1-800-879-1493.
Looking to break into the world of broadcast television? WJFW is now hiring for various positions. Go to WJFW.com to apply. Don't miss this opportunity.
President's Day is the best time to buy furniture and mattresses. And Slumberland Furniture is having one of their biggest sales of the year. Get an 8-inch foam queen mattress for just $222. Slumberland Sleep Solutions. We've reinvented mattress shopping.
Welcome back. While the first of thousands of additional U.S. troops President Biden has sent have arrived in Europe, and more are on the way. They're there to reinforce NATO allies ahead of a possible Russian invasion of Ukraine. The troops won't be heading to Ukraine, though, but more American weapons are. Matt Bradley has the details.
Class is in session. American soldiers training Ukrainian troops in case they have to fight the 130,000 Russian troops thought to be marshaling on Ukraine's borders. More Americans are on the way, part of a 3,000-strong troop deployment to Eastern Europe.
We are going to ensure the robust defense of our NATO allies.
One group arriving in Germany last night, other troops touching down in Poland this morning. Despite all the aid and assistance, Ukrainians know that in the end, they'll have to fight alone. And they're getting ready. What happens if the Russians come in?
I think we need to say them, welcome to the hell.
It's a spirit you can feel in the streets of Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, where most people speak Russian. This part of the country has strong ties to Russia, but these people are all here to say that they will fight for Ukraine. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014, pro-Russian protesters seized this building and waved Russian flags from its windows. Today, it was the site of a pro-Ukrainian rally. This is a Russian-speaking part of the country, but do you feel Ukrainian? All of us speak both Russian and Ukrainian, she said, but I speak in Ukrainian. Natalia keeps a shell casing as a keychain, painted with the battle flag of Ukraine. She wanted me to have it. Like many at this rally, Natalia said she would die for Ukraine. They hope they won't have to.
Now for more on those American weapons headed to Ukraine that I previously mentioned, a new shipment of U.S. military equipment is now in Ukraine. In a tweet today, the U.S. Embassy in Kiev says the shipment carried about 80 tons of military aid for the Ukrainian armed forces. This was the 8th shipment of U.S. supplies and equipment, with more expected to come. Those shipments come as thousands of Russian troops gather along Ukraine's border. However, Russia has denied having any plans to invade. Meanwhile, the U.S. has sent troops to Europe to help defend the European allies. But the Pentagon says service members will not be fighting in Ukraine if an invasion happens. We'll be right back after the break with your final weather.
I was a Navy submariner for over 20 years. I spent a large portion of my life underwater. Service is about putting your country before yourself. But Senator Ron Johnson uses his office to serve himself. Ron Johnson passed a special tax break that benefited his family's business, then cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since he's been elected. That's not what service is about. Tell Ron Johnson to stop voting for tax laws that benefit himself.
Tired of struggling with regular mirrors that don't adjust so you can't get close enough? Need both hands, but you don't have a stand? Can't move in the right direction to see your own reflection? You need Flexible Mirror, the bendable, light-up magnification mirror that comes to you. Watch. Just stick it on and turn the base. The super suction locking mechanism means you can put it on any smooth surfaced place, horizontal or vertical. Lock it onto any mirror, table, or desk. Use it in the shower, even on a window. The secret is Flexible Mirror's super strong articulating arm that's attached with an ingenious ball and socket so it can swivel and rotate for the perfect angle. And look how strong it holds. The mirror is precision crafted with magnification and crystal clear optics. And with a soft glow LED ring, you'll get picture-perfect lighting to highlight every detail. Flexible Mirror makes shaving, applying makeup, hairstyling, grooming, and accessorizing easier than ever before. Plus, men, listen up. The 10 times magnification makes it perfect for giving your beard a detailed trim. Whatever you need to do, Flexible Mirror comes to you. Plus, the contemporary chrome accents add a lovely modern touch to any room. Stop struggling to put in your delicate contacts and let Flexible Mirror come to you, so it's much easier to do. Similar mirrors can cost as much as $100, and they don't even come to you. But you can get Flexible Mirror for the special TV discount price of just $19.99. We guarantee you'll love the Flexible Mirror so much that it comes with our 90-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. And here's the best part. We give you free shipping on your entire order. That's right, free shipping. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-655-8764. That's 1-800-655-8764 or order online at tryflexiblemirror.com.
Welcome back. Well, the type of candy you get from your Valentine might depend on what state you're in. CandyStore.com released a list of top-selling Valentine's Day candies for each state. Here in Wisconsin, Candy Hearts took the #1 spot. The classic Hershey Kisses came in 2nd place, and finally a Ghirardelli gift box took 3rd place. This is all after Valentine's Day candy sales dropped more than 20% last year because of the pandemic. But this year, the National Retail Federation expects near record-breaking candy sales.
Hershey Kisses, 2nd place? That can't be right.
Somewhere in Wisconsin.
Somewhere in Wisconsin. I know I jinxed you earlier. I'm so sorry. Hey, Griffin, 11 years ago today, the Packers won Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm sure Packer fans love hearing that.
You were what, 22 or 11 years old, 12 years old? Probably?
Yeah, 12 years old, yeah.
Well, let's check on the weather, shall we? In Wisconsin. We have cold weather out there in Wisconsin right now. It's hanging out in the teens. Snow earlier is now gone, but we have more snow on the way for Wisconsin. It's going to be in here later on tomorrow, and then more snow late Thursday and Friday. That one could be shoveling, especially on Friday. A couple inches of snow likely on Friday afternoon.
Where do we live, Jeff?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Gotcha.
I'm never going to live this down. Thank you both. Thank you, everyone. That's it for this evening. Have a nice night.